Hey, I'm Demon Missile, and today I'm going to be showing you. Oh, there we go. My mouse. I had to press the little scroller thingy on my mouse just so it could rotate. Anyways, I'm going to be showing you every single Roblox avatar I have ever made, stemming from some of my most recent robot avatars, and moving all the way down to my early human avatars and early robot avatars. So let's get started. First of all, we'll start with my original first avatar which I ever created. When I first found out that you could like save avatars. Now, at this time, this avatar which I made, I got these accessories from some like game. I can't remember which one. Wait, let me think. It was I can't remember the game name. If I don't, I'll just put it. I'll put words up the screen so you can see. But basically, I got these games. I mean, I got these accessories from a game where you would like have to answer questions in order to get the rewards, and it was really easy. Like you just, if you get it wrong, just redo it, and you get everything from this event. From this game. You can still get it actually today, but I'd recommend doing it now rather than later. Just do it now. Like you can click off the video and try and look for a video talking about these accessories, and just go try and get them as fast as possible because you never know what could happen to that game, you know. But anyways, I remember getting these clothes from some game as well. My cousin showed me. My cousin was actually the first person, in fact, the only person who showed me how to get UGC accessories. He knew more about Roblox than me, and also um he actually, but at the same time he also didn't know everything that much about Roblox either. He told me that he wasn't even aware if Roblox knew that you could get accessories for free from games. And I was actually thinking the same. I was actually scared because I was worried that I would get banned because uh, I had accessories that I wasn't supposed to for free. I thought you only were supposed to get them for Robux. But turns out this was not the case. And then I started watching Shockblocks videos, and turns out you can get more accessories for free. Not to mention that Roblox was the ones who originally made free accessories themselves from early Roblox events. So, yeah, they always knew, and yeah. I remember getting this little thing from an Elo event. I can't remember. I got a solar system and this really cool looking helmet. Really cool. And a jetpack too. Next, let's move on to my next avatar. It's not much different than the first one, but I decided to put this little spider looking accessory at the back. I got this accessory from Sonic Prime. No, that came out wrong. I got this accessory from a Roblox game called Sonic Speed Simulator. You can no longer get this, but yeah, I got it for free from that game because at the time there was actually a a series going on called Sonic Prime, which has ended not so long ago, guys. Like in 2024, I believe, the series ended, and you were able to get nines, um, uh, legs thingies. And if you've watched Sonic Prime, you will know who Nine is, then you will know what this backpack is, and and yeah, um, and Sonic is my favorite game character in the world. I should point that out so people don't ask me what again or anything actually. Anyways, let's move on to Christmas Stick. Why did I name these after my own name? I will never know. Yeah, it's not much different from the previous one. That was a kind of a that was a bit of a habit I had. Just changed my avatars by the slightest. Yeah. But here I decided to just keep everything the same way. And this was my first Christmas avatar too. I remember getting these glasses from, I think, from a hockey event game. I don't remember where I got the VIP necklace from, but I do remember um I think like on Roblox Redeem, I remember getting this gingerbread man and this shark head, and this shark head was in the shop in the Roblox shop for free at the time, and you can no longer get it for free. I'm guessing you could probably still get it now, for with Robux, but I don't know if that's true. Next week I made a bacon hair avatar. I just made this for fun. I remember like me and my cousin we used to do this thing where we would make noob avatars and then we would expect people to be mean to us so that we could act like noobs and then they act mean to us and then instead we show them that we're pros in the next game. But turns out, well, honestly, I don't really care about that crap anymore. And and really, you don't need to do that, honestly. If you see that happen in videos, just know that most likely the people who made those videos just staged them because how do you expect to find any person in a game that's just gonna be toxic to you the moment you show up? Unless, of course, you're playing perhaps some classic Roblox game where you fight and stuff. Because people do like to trash talk in that game, and that's just funny. But yeah. Next, let's move on to Tool. Me. Man, I'm just gonna call myself me. Ignore this. This is just my name. Mind your business. Anyways, I just made this avatar as a Tool me for the fun of it. It's nothing special. In fact, I rarely remember using this. Next, we move on to my first robot avatar, Robot Declan. I mean, the fuck? Who gives a fuck? You know what? Yeah, I decided to use this hair, these glasses, and I was getting into making robot avatars. I always wanted to make them look cool because I always thought robots were cool. Um, and yeah, at the same time I was like into this game called Stray, a game where you as a cat survives in an underground city made by humans, and then it's basically basically the only people who live there are robots. And yeah, I was starting to like robots more, and yeah, this was my first robot avatar. Yeah, and then I move on to this. Dylan, I have no idea what the chat filter decided to do here, and I have no idea what I named this. But yeah, I at the time I got this plane from an AO game. It was it was a game called AO Tennis, something like that. And I got these wings from some I think from uh innovation rewards. Also, I'm gonna move back here quickly just because I just remembered this now. I'm gonna tell you now before I forget. The game I got these accessories from is called the Roblox Creator Challenge. I just remembered that now. I should put it out now before I forget. Anyways, back to here. I got this plane from the AO event, like I said just now. These wings from the Innovation Awards game. Uh, yeah, it's not much different from the previous ones. And then I called this one Robo Diglin. Fucking Declan. Um, as I was saying, yeah, it's much different. I would say this is a pretty cool looking robot avatar. I am impressed. I also mixed it up with human hands and human body parts too. Just kept the shoes on and stuff. That looks pretty cool. I really like what I did here. And then the gingerbread man's effect. Oh shoot. The gingerbread man's effect with the candy, and that's pretty cool. And I was really obsessed with using this. And then I got this backpack from the same AO tennis game. As you can see here, the tennis balls. It was such a nice event. You get so much stuff from it, eh? I don't know if you still can, but yeah. Here I was still getting into robot avatars, and here's another one. Not much different. I was just making another version of it. Yeah, don't quite remember, but who cares? Who gives a fuck? And then this is one of the robot avatars I used a lot. Um this is the first this is this head you see here. I got it from another Roblox creator challenge game, and I got this accessory head. It's an accessory, not a dynamic head, by the way. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I really do like it. Not much different from the previous avatars, though. Next, we move on to my original classic and my probably my favorite human avatar. At the time, I was actually playing this game. Okay, wait. Let's point out at the AO tennis game again with the surfboard. That's pretty cool. I decided to make a summer avatar, and yeah, I I used these what you call it thingies. It's like glass. It's a glass hat. I don't know how you call. I don't know what it's called. For fuck's sake. Um, and here's a straw that connects to both of the cups. And in simpler terms, I am drinking from them. And here are shoes. Yeah, I got these from a Coco event game thingy. You could get a coconut like waist accessory, but I wasn't able to get that because for some reason I believe the game was glitched for me and I couldn't get the item, unfortunately. So that sucks. And then I got this from it. Okay, wait. This head, this hat, this cap with the cups on it, and this David and Buster's thingy. I got both these items from a David and Buster's game. It's like an arcade game, and then you just play a bunch of random games, and then you would get like these accessories. It was pretty cool, and yeah, David and Buster's is another nostalgic event for me alongside the AO game, and these two and this David and Buster's game is key to my most recent avatars. Anyways, let's move on to me Racer. So here we have an NHL hat helmet thingy. I got this from the same hockey event which I mentioned earlier. Pretty cool. And then you see this thingy, this blue thingy, this blue hat. I'm not talking about the visor. I'm talking about this blue stuff. That's those are like glasses. I don't remember where I got them though. I really don't. And then we move on to me again. And yeah, blue is my favorite color, so I decided to, from the Roblox Innovation Awards of 2023, as we see here, I made this avatar, which I pretty much like. It looks pretty cool. I decided to use these shoes, these pants and stuff, and yeah. And I also used this outline, which I got from some really bright game. I can't remember what it was called. I made these two basic avatars. Now, these avatars. Now, this is where things get interesting. This is just a random avatar I made for fun, but let's move on from that, and let's move on to troll avatar into this avatar which I called troll. Look at this head here. I got it for free. Don't believe me? Let me explain. At one point, Roblox rolled an update which made it so that people could make bundles y- and and dynamic hits for free, and thus at this point I was able to get a lot of dynamic hits. So yeah, and a lot of bundles too. So this was a really good update, but they actually decided to remove it like not long after, like after like 2 months of it existing, I believe, because it's Roblox. They want money. They don't want people getting shit for free. What do you expect? Next, we move on to E. Markiplier E. You get the joke. This At this point in time, there was this avatar. Do you see the stickman avatar thingy? It's called Billy, and this isn't actually the original version of Billy. At one point, Roblox made this bundle called Billy, and that was for free, and then they removed it shortly afterwards, and then people were upset because they really liked this bundle. So people were starting like a protest, bring back Billy, and then eventually they actually did. It was a different version of him though, and I was able to get it just in time, and I was able to just add a bunch of accessories, and I made this tour version. Yeah, pretty cool. And then we move on to Pepe. I remember what at the same time once again at the same time the dynamic hits were free. I remember watching a Shark Blocks video, and he made a video showing how you could make this pretty cool avatar. And I remember using this in Redwood Prison in Roblox when that game was still alive. So yeah, that's pretty sad. The game is completely dead now, thanks to the exploiters. But we're not here to talk about that now. But anyways, yes, you get the point, right? This was uh another avatar which I made, but one that I watched a tutorial for. Next, we move on to Billy Noob. You get the point. It's just a noob version of Billy. I don't need to explain. Once again, I made another racing avatar, but this time I have a Shark Blocks shark accessory, which Shark Blocks actually made a video about it, and it was from this other game. So I don't remember what it was, but basically you had to complete a obby and then you would get this shark. I don't think you can anymore, but I do remember it. Anyways, this helmet that I got here was from a game. It was called McLaren something, but yeah, it was just another car game, and you could get this head, I mean this accessory, this helmet, and I think that was really cool. I really like these events. They make really cool stuff. And then I made a Halloween avatar. At this point in time, once again, bundles and stuff were still free, so I mixed up these legs that I got. What the hell is that? Yeah, they talk about making mistakes. Damn. Anyways, I mixed up random stuff. I wanted to make this avatar as scary as possible. I remember getting this ghost accessory for free when Roblox was giving the stuff out for free. That's pretty cool. And then I got this dynamic head that was the pumpkin. And then I remember getting this robot mech bundle, pretty cool. Then I changed the innovation towards blue avatar just by taking off the sunny outline, but it's not bad. That's a change. I remember making this avatar. I don't remember where I got this egg from though. That's weird. But I also don't remember where I got this bird from. But it's a pretty cute bird. I really like that I have that. It's a really nice accessory. In fact, I don't see anybody with it. So I might be one of the very few who actually got it. That's so cute. I really like that. Next we have a everybody should know what this is. It's the tweet blocks thingy. Yeah. And then I got this random shirt. Who cares about that? I got to put the Coco shoes on, and then the Innovation Awards wings. And then this necklace is a shark bite necklace. You can actually buy it now if you want, but at one point you could get these for free from Shark Bite 2. It's another one of my favorite Roblox games. I love Shark Bite. Anyways, yeah, um, I got this from Shark Bite 2, and yeah, I don't really need to explain much, but yeah, because I do remember it was quite a pain in the butt to get these shark bite necklaces. Yeah, I made a Spider-Man avatar. I just made this for fun, for experimenting. Yeah, and then I was actually a big fan of Ghostbusters at this time. So yeah, I used these mech hands, and I tried to make this as intimidating as possible, so I could actually look like a Ghostbuster. Not to mention there was a ghost above my head. But I didn't have any vacuum cleaner accessory, unfortunately, so this is all I had. I still have the Shop Blocks necklace. I have this as a way of showing safety, the visor helmet. Yeah. And this same avatar, I actually met Simon Space, um, who is the person who made Shopbite 1 and Shopbite 2. I met him in the game with this avatar. I don't know if he remembers me, but I do remember talking to him. That was pretty cool. I made a Seek avatar just for the fun of it from Roblox stores. It's really weird. A lot of people don't even know I'm pretending to be Seek in the games. And then we move on to my first really good robot avatar, my arcade machine avatar, my original one. Look at the head. You notice how it's like this, just this black head over here. You might be wondering why it's like that. I'll tell you. So wait, let me first talk about where I got these accessories from. So obviously, once again, the same mech body parts from from when Roblox was still allowing you to get like free dynamic stuff, and yeah, and then this once again, David and Buster's. This accessory really made me think twice about making a robot avatar again. And then I decided to make a robot avatar, and I realized this could be a really unique avatar. And then I decided to look in my body and heads, and I was actually able to get a robot head, but it was called TV head. I used to see some people with it occasionally in games, but now you can't see it ever again because the head got DSA'd, which means it's gone. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what DSA means, but that's the best word I can assume what would it mean, because this head just got deleted from the platform and now you can't have it anymore, which is kind of sad. But however, because of this, I had my avatar like this for a long time. But once I couldn't wear the head anymore, I switched on to this, which was the closest thing to a robot head. Yeah, and at this time, they removed dynamic heads, so I couldn't look for any more, which was very sad. So yeah, this was all I had to replace. Anyways, let's go back. Where was I? Just here. Okay. Then I made this dark avatar. I just made it for fun to look like those trolls in games. And I made a Minecraft avatar, which I never use. But if you think about it, even though it doesn't look anything like Minecraft, it looks pretty cool. I like the hair that I have. That's really nice. Where did I get that actually? And yeah, this is a pretty cool looking avatar. Surprised I never used it that much. And then a smooth camper. Why did I make this avatar? Why did I make this avatar? I mean, no, the avatar looks cool, don't get me wrong, but why did I name it that? Oh my gosh. I don't remember where I got these accessories from, but I remember getting this cape from. I remember getting these accessories from somewhere. These are actually really cool accessories. I just don't remember where I got them from. Besides besides that fedora. Yeah, this was in 2023 when I was also starting to like Michael Jackson, which I still like him. But yeah, at this time, yeah, I named myself this. I'm not gonna explain why I did that, and I'm not gonna get into that much because I'm kind of embarrassed. I want to throw that away. Anyways, I mean, I just want to rename it. That's all. And then I made this one called Golden Diglin. As you can see, I look very rich. I got these from another Innovation Awards Roblox game. I think it's from 2022, I believe. And once again, the Shop by Nicholas, 2023, Chipmunk hit. I don't know what that is, but yeah. And then I made a Christmas me, another Christmas avatar. I remember getting this Santa Claus thingy, this Santa Claus accessory from um the Roblox Redeem, and that's pretty nice. Once again, you can notice the auras coming from the gingerbread man. Other random stuff you know about. I remember getting this head once again when Roblox. Like, this is a head that I already had before Roblox removed the free dynamic hits thingy, and then I got this gingerbread house. I remember getting that from an Amazon event game thingy. I have no idea why it shut down. You can no longer play it for some reason, and it's completely gone off the platform. I don't know why, because they were still active. I have no idea what they were doing, why it got shut down, but at least I was able to get this pretty cool um accessory, and I'm pretty happy about it. And then I got this little waist accessory from some soccer game event on Roblox. And I also remember getting a headset with this that goes on your head. That makes sense, I guess. Anyways, we move on to Declan Egg. I remember getting this egg accessory from Souls RNG. Pretty cool. And at the time, the hunt was going on. Pretty cool, and a bunch of stuff that you already know of that I showed previously. Then we have Classic Me. I made this avatar for the classic event in Roblox. I just did that because obviously everyone was making classic avatars, and obviously I felt that would be pretty cool if I made one as well, but I couldn't do much. And then I decided to just get put on the accessories I got from the event. It's been quite a long time since I've actually gotten accessories from any events recently. Anyways, I made this avatar called Nightmare Fuel, and obviously they removed ads in Roblox, I believe. I don't remember exactly what type of ads, but yeah, and then they decided to celebrate it by adding this accessory and another one as well. Yeah, that's a very detailed face. Okay, anyways, we have Christmas Arcade avatar. Once again, this avatar I made it before my avatar. Fuck's sake, before the hit got DSA'd. And then this is the avatar I was talking about when I replaced when the original head was removed, and I decided to use this because this was all I had for a while, and that's pretty sad that the head got DSA'd. But from here on, things got way better. Next, we move on to Halloween time when I decided to use the headset I was talking about. This was one of the coolest, probably one of the coolest avatars I ever made. Definitely one of my favorite avatars I've made. My favorite Halloween avatar I ever made, and here I got these accessories from a game called, I think, the Halloween Spotlight event, and yeah, and I got this from the Hatch event, this blue thingy. And here we have a Christmas arcade. Now here's with, and yeah, it's just basically like this, but I decided to use the sock of fireplace, and this actually looks pretty cute. You can see like a little family up there, and I just had to just use the shock head again. Now from here on is where things started getting better for me again. I was starting to use Microsoft rewards, and I was able to get Robux. I got 400 Robux, and I decided to use it to buy this head, and it looks way cooler than the original head that I got before was DS8, and definitely way better than this. And I decided, just to make sure people know that I like Sharkbite, I put on this Sharkbite necklace, and this is my avatar that I use. Oh, whoops. And this is my avatar that I use today. I believe I made this avatar before the Halloween arcade avatar. It's just that over time you do update avatars and then they appear in front of each other. So that's probably why this one is behind this one. So I believe I made this one after I made this one. I think that's just how it was. And then I decided to make a Christmas version. And yeah, I used my Robux and I bought these Christmas accessories, and some of them I got for free from a Christmas and Roblox event like this. Pretty cool. And then we have, I made a luxurious version. It was just meant to look like a cooler version, like as in a version of me that would just, like, do random stuff. You, what I mean is, if you don't understand what I'm saying, this avatar I made of my arcade machine, it was just made to look cool. That's all. And then this our special arcade avatar. This is actually original. This was originally supposed to be my new main avatar. I was planning on making my avatar like this through a catalog avatar creator before I actually got this head, and I never did. I never made my avatar like this. I mean, I did, but I never really used it. I always thought that this looked a bit better. So yeah, I was getting more egg accessories through the Hatch event, and and yeah, pretty cool. I got these Coco shoes, and I got this firework. I can't remember where I got that from. Probably from the Christmas event. And then I used this head again. It's pretty sweet. I made I made this, which is probably one of my favorite versions of my arcade machine avatars. Alongside this one, I think this looks pretty cute. I this once again is accessories were from the hatch. And this milk accessory, my cousin actually logged onto my account and he actually got this for me. Yeah, we share passwords because we trust each other. Although I don't actually know his current password and I don't think he knows mine either. I think I forgot mine, but it's fine. If I did, I'll just change it. Next, we will go to the R6 avatar which I made. In game, if I ever join an R6 game and this is my avatar, it's going to look like this. I decided to just make this as an actual avatar for the fun of it. But I probably won't ever actually use this in any games. And then I decided to make an after Halloween avatar, like after this. And I think this looks pretty nice. I like that. And then I decided to make my first human avatar in a long time. Beach Diglin. I mean Beach Me. Yeah. As you can see, it's basically just like another. It's just like another version of. It's just like it's another summer related ever. Ah, go. Why am I getting interrupted? What the fuck, man? As I was saying before someone decided to interrupt me, this avatar that I made over here. It's basically just like another version of my summer avatar. I decided it would be cool to do that after considering this was my best avatar. I think it looks pretty cool. The only difference is that this one is designed for R6 games, which is why I don't have shoes on. I'm barefoot. Like, that's what you expect as a summer avatar. Here we can see the smoke avatar. Fuck, that came out wrong. The smoke accessory. This is a silver shark bite to Nicholas. Here we have the shark again. We have a back accessory, which is an egg, which we got from the hatch. Pretty cool. I really like that. You can see fish inside. Really nice. And then we can just see, I just put glasses on. I think I'm wearing the winning smile. Yeah, you can see that. And just the same head that I wore from before. But even with this avatar, this really nice looking human avatar, I always use this because it's what most people know me as. And yeah, it's definitely what I would consider my best avatar in Roblox. Here's the last few angles of it. And yeah, I'm gonna show you the animations for the fun of it as well. If it will actually do anything. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, that is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. I'm trying to be quiet because I feel like people are gonna bother me again. See ya in the next video.